I just love a soothing cup of herbal tea out in my garden, particularly when I've grown some of the herbs myself. They're so easy to grow. Whether you grow them in containers or raised beds, they're really useful to have around. And there's so many aromatic and flavorful varieties to choose from. For a refreshing and uplifting flavor, go with a mint, like peppermint or spearmint. Why not try a mint with a twist, like chocolate or sweet mint? Another great attribute about mint is that this plant is good for soothing an upset tummy. If you're looking for a citrus flavor without growing your own fruit tree, give lemon thyme or lemon verbena a try. Both brighten and complement many other flavors. For instance, check out my pot of lemongrass. Makes quite a dramatic statement in the middle of this herb garden, don't you think? And you just tear off a leaf, bruise it, and what a lemony flavor. So refreshing. For calming aromatic teas that help reduce stress and help us relax, you might want to give lavender or rosemary a try. And stevia works great as a natural sweetener. Now that we've gotten past the scratch and sniff part of the program, and I've got your mouth watering for some of these delicious herbs, how about a few tips that will help you grow quite successfully your own herbal tea garden? First, I suggest siting your tea garden close to your kitchen, either in containers, raised beds, or in the ground, so you can harvest your herbs while the water boils. Also, have a planting plan. You see, knowing what plants you want and the dimensions of your space can save you a lot of time and resources at the garden center. If you're not sure exactly where to start, a great place is to get ideas at bonnieplants.com. They have both container and raised bed designs, which include plant suggestions and planting tips. If you've ever grown mint, you know it can grow like house afire, and this plant is known for being a bit of a thug. So one of the ways to keep it from spreading and taking over your garden is to actually plant it in a container and then plant that container in your garden bed. This will keep the roots contained, and then of course you're going to clip around the edges and use all of those leaves and stems in a beautiful, delicious herbal tea. When it comes time to brew your tea, you can either use dried or fresh herbs, depending on the season or flavor preference. Dried herbs will last longer and are a little more potent, while fresh herbs generally taste more vibrant and, well, fresh. If you prefer dried herbs, an easy way to do it yourself is just to bundle your harvest on the stem with twine and hang it upside down to dry out of direct sunlight. The amounts you use of each herb depend on how strong you want your tea. If using crushed dried herbs, start with a teaspoon per cup of hot water. If you're using fresh herbs, triple that amount. The real key to brewing the perfect cup of tea is water temperature and infusion time. The general rule of thumb on water temperature is the darker the color of the leaf of your herb, the hotter the water. Start with your temperature around 200 degrees and steep it for 4 to 5 minutes. Depending on your herbs, you may need to adjust. Just experiment to find interesting and tasty combinations that suit your palate. You know, a wise man once said that there's something about the nature of tea that leads us into a world of quiet contemplation about life. I think he may have something there. You know, growing a few herbs is really easy. So plant some and enjoy the bounty they provide.